If you clicked on this video, you're probably either feeling very curious or very lost. If you haven't watched GOO Theory Part 1, you probably should, or else you're gonna feel even more lost and not know what the heck I'm talking about. But after you watch me rip out all my dreadlocks, come back, because I've got more to say.
So, real talk here, this is really scary. I am scared shitless. I'm actually about to edit this video and I'm just sitting here thinking like, alright, I've got all this B-roll footage and I know what I want to talk about, but like, how do I make it not anxiety inducing for everyone watching?
I'm gonna do it with soothing nature scenes from the beautiful Yao Valley. Come along on a hike with me. Now that everybody's nervous systems are feeling nice and soothed, let's get to the point. Today's topic is ambiguity. You may have already guessed, but this stems from the English word ambiguity, which means the quality of being open to more than one interpretation, or inexactness. Shout out to my gooey sister Emma for helping me coin this term because it perfectly encapsulates that state of being. That really scary state of being when there are so many different things that you can do / think you should do that you end up not doing any of them.
Every time I think I'm as gooey as I can get, I get gooier. Like, this state of gooiness has me questioning if I even want to make this video or if I want to just delete every social and not make videos. But the one thing keeping me going making this video is that I want other people to accept their gooiness, and so I need to put it out there.
The world that we're living in today feels like it's turning way too fast. We get propelled into this human existence, and then before we can even understand it, we begin drowning in society. But how do we get back to square one? I would say that square one is reaching ambiguity, being truly open to any option that the universe has for you right now. And this means releasing your attachment to the obligations you've made to yourself previously. It's very hard to let go of these attachments, but there are small ways to start that definitely help push it along. I'm going to share some of the things that I've done to reach a more gooey state that truly have helped me feel so much better. One of the biggest things that kicked off my gooey journey was doing a cleanse of my phone. We are literally carrying around thousands of our past selves in our pocket all the time. That's a lot of weight. So do yourself a favor, get a hard drive, put everything on your phone onto the hard drive, and then wipe your phone clean. This is the most mild one that you can start with because if you wipe your phone and then you're like, oh my god, that was the biggest mistake I've ever made, you can literally just reload it from your hard drive. It's no big deal. But the next one is a little bit more heavy, and that has to do with your clothes. Fashion is such a form of self-expression, but also something that we don't turn over very quickly. How many clothes in your closet have you had since you were a teenager? For me, more than half. So it's time to get rid of some of that weight. The criteria here is if you were in a store today, would you buy it? Probably not. So go ahead and shed that caterpillar skin, baby. Your friends probably want to pick through your pile as well, so win-win. The third and last one that I'm going to share is definitely the hardest and the least obtainable for most people. What I'm talking about is packing up all your shit and moving. I know that it's super scary, but being in the same environment and daily habits is a sure way to keep your internal environment exactly the same as it's been for however long you've been there. Now, I'm not talking about a huge move like when I picked up and moved to Hawaii, which was super transformative, but I know it's not realistic for everyone. I moved again recently and haven't really announced it yet, but I'm living alone for the first time ever. Alone for me is a relative term because technically there are other people living in the house with me, but this is the most alone I've ever been. My whole adult life, I have shared bedrooms with people, most recently this bedroom with my lovely partner Rainbows and our 2 furry little kittens. But you know, it's just about damn time that I go get my own roots formed, and that means leaving that behind. Which is totally tearing me to shreds, but I know that it's a step in my journey that I have to take, so I'm making that leap. There's a huge part of me that doesn't want to, but there's a deeper sense in me that knows I have to, so this will be the room I'm living in for a while. I'll be honest, the first night sucked. I felt so alone, so lost. So scared, no one to snuggle me, no kittens to purr on my chest. But so much room to feel deeper into myself and think about, what do I want to do with my life? Right now I'll just eat some cheese, but what comes next? I'll tell you what comes next, actually. A new day comes where you wake up with no one but yourself to influence what you want to be today. It's too easy to let our decisions fall on other people to take the pressure and responsibility off of ourselves, but I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm going to sit and melt into the discomfort of my own solitude until the universe shows me what am I on this planet for. I have no idea how long that's going to take, so for now, I'm gonna just sit in my gooey state because there's that scene in Alice in Wonderland where she's lost in the forest and she decides that the best thing to do when you're lost is to just sit down and someone will come find you. In this case, who I'm waiting to come find me is my higher self. Before I end this video, I'm gonna leave you guys with one last metaphor. You are a mango and you're getting viciously eaten by life in a jungle. But then life accidentally drops you on the ground.
I dropped my mango.
Upon first glance, you may seem quite literally like garbage. Unedible, unwanted. A waste of a completely good piece of fruit. But this isn't true at all. If you can reconnect with your higher self and get her to come pick you up off the ground and clean you off in the river, there is so much life that can stem from you. But it's not gonna happen overnight. It may take a couple weeks or even months to sit yourself in a plastic bag with a wet paper towel in the dark. And I know that sucks, but it's true.
Just know that you're not alone. There's a lot of gooey sisters and brothers around, and you'll probably see them in the comment section or even in person. Just ask somebody like, do you feel like you know what you're doing and where you're going exactly? And they'll probably say no. Seems like the energy that everyone's at right now.
Let us know in the comments below how gooey you're feeling so we can all hold that ooey gooey space for each other. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with one thing I found on Facebook. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Let that sink in.
You're beginning to feel very relaxed, maybe even a little bit sleepy. After watching this video clip, you're gonna become my biggest fan, and you're gonna have the sudden urge to go check out my website, where you can find all of the amazing vibes that I have to offer. Now, once I snap my fingers, you're gonna forget that you watched this clip at all. And if anyone asks you about it, you're just gonna answer, I don't know, baby.